We just boarded our first ever MSC cruise and we're super excited to show you our room. We are staying in a balcony stateroom on the 13th floor, the Kilimanjaro floor. We are at the very front of the ship. We are the third room in and we can actually see the bridge perfectly from our room. So that's gonna be super cool for sail away. So when you first walk into the room, there's a bathroom. We will check that out in just a minute. But first, let's check out the actual stateroom. So as most of you know, cruise rooms are pretty tiny, and this one's no exception, but it does have a decent amount of space for a cruise ship. So when you first walk in, you have kind of a living room sitting area. There's a couch. Ours is actually a pull-out couch. So if it was more than just me and Andrew, we'd have plenty of space for someone else to hang out in the room with us. But if we have visitors, they can sit on our couch. So behind me is gonna be the closet, which on a cruise ship, closet space is very limited. It's a precious commodity, but it does look like we have a decent amount of space in here. Okay, so I've been on a fair share of cruise ships. This is probably the smallest closet I have ever seen on a cruise ship, but it'll work. We're only on here for 3 nights and I know Andrew is not gonna unpack. So I will have plenty of space in here all for my stuff. There's 2 hanging shelves and 5 hangers. So maybe come prepared with your own hangers, which I did not bring this time. I normally do bring them. On the other side of the closet, you've got some drawer space, and actually I do have a safe in this room, but it's kind of a poor design if you're not using it, because then as you try to open the closet doors, it hits it. Seems like a good way to jam all of your stuff in the closet. So if you're not gonna use it, I recommend just locking it and leaving it closed. We've got a few more shelves in here, so pretty good storage for those kinds of things, but like I said, not a whole lot of hanging space. As you move further into the room, there is a mini bar. Oh, it looked like it was locked, but it's not. There we go. Oh wow, fully stocked, but with a pricing sheet right here so that you know exactly what you're buying. 1 can of Coke is gonna be $3.25. Wow, some of these waters in the back are $5.50, and the snacks are way overpriced considering you have unlimited food on this cruise. So the fridge is built into a pretty good sized desk. I've never really understood why you might need a desk this large on a cruise ship. You're definitely not working. I guess since there's not a whole lot of space in the bathroom, maybe this is where you'd put your makeup on, do your hair, brush your teeth, I don't know. So it's a decent sized desk. Oh my gosh. Ooh. I guess this has to be very heavy so that it doesn't slide around. This kind of reminds me of being in our RV, where all the furniture has to be super heavy so that it doesn't move, but also super compact. There is a hairdryer in the room in this desk, so just as I suspected, it's a good place to do your hair and your makeup. We had a ton of mail in our room when we got here, so I'm gonna read through some of that in just a bit, but first I wanna show you the rest of the room. So one thing that I'm always curious about before we come on cruise ships, and it's really hard to actually find this information, is what kind of charging plugs they have in their room. So it looks like they do have the standard like US plugs, but they also have a few plugs with the European conversion. So if you're sailing out of the US, maybe you have a converter, a European converter, and then you get some extra outlets. Otherwise, it looks like there's just 2 here on the desk. I'll try and see if there are any more throughout the room, but right now those are the only 2 I see. And they do have TVs in the room, so ours is currently set on our muster drill information. Okay, so one thing that I didn't even notice when we were filming the initial room tour is that there is a full-size mirror in here. That is unheard of on cruise ships, and I just had to point it out. If you're familiar with sailing Royal Caribbean, you'll know that all of their beds are split apart as 2 twins, but they can be pushed together to make 1 king-size bed. Here on MSC, the beds are already a single unit. They can't be split apart, at least in this room. So we just have 1 single queen size bed. Next to the bed, you've got a little reading light. I think. Oh. Reading light's up there. this. I don't know how to use any of this. So this is a light here. Oh, okay. So they're like not really buttons. You just kind of tap them and the lights turn on and off. So that's really nice. Once you're in bed, you have a little reading light. You do have a little desk here. There's no chargers next to the bed. So, still counting, there's only been 2 outlets so far. So before we go and check out the beautiful view of our balcony cabin, let's go check out the bathroom. You guys, I mentioned that cruise ship bedrooms are small, but cruise ship bathrooms are some of the smallest in the world. This one's actually bigger than most of the other cruise ships I've been on. So I can tell that MSC is taking some of the space from the bedroom and putting it here in the bathroom, which is actually very nice. First off, the shower has a door. It's not a shower curtain that's gonna cling to you, and it's not those like really kind of cringy pocket door type things where you feel like you're in, you know, like when you're going down those slides and they put you in the thing before. That's what I normally feel like in a cruise ship. So this is actually a good size shower. It looks like it has shampoo and conditioner in there, maybe some soaps. And then of course there's a toilet in here, which we all know you must close the lid before you flush it or you'll be sucked out to sea. At least that's an old wives' tale I've heard. And then in the rest of the bathroom, there's a sink, plenty of storage, your towels, and a trash can. And then of course there's just all of this space, which I have never seen in a cruise ship bathroom before. Look at all the space. Pretty amazing if you ask me. So the last thing on our tour today is the view from our balcony. There are 3 different kinds of rooms on a cruise ship. You've got an interior room that's gonna be pretty much the same as this room, but pitch black. And then there are window rooms, so you can see out of a pretty good size like porthole window, which is really beautiful. But our favorite is to get a balcony, especially when we're going to ports that we wanna see the incredible sweeping views as we pull in, hang out on the balcony, and watch the people on the pier and see the beautiful water. And of course, when we're sailing, there is nothing better than hanging out on your balcony. You guys, welcome to our balcony here at the very front of the ship. Like I mentioned, we're the 3rd or 4th room in, which means we have a perfect view of the bridge and a perfect view of the whole ship behind us. We're on the 13th floor. We are way up here. But this is where the best views come from. When you're way up top, you can see everything going on the ship. You can see beautiful views, and this is going to be the perfect place to be for sail away today from Port Canaveral. If you're like me and love watching live stream videos, there is actually a live webcam from a restaurant here at Port Canaveral. It's right over there. We'll put a link below, but it is the perfect place to watch when you're daydreaming about going on your next cruise. That concludes our room tour of cabin 10007 here on the MSC Mereviglia. We don't know the name of the ship. We will spell it out here for you, and if you do know how to pronounce it, please tell us in the comments below. I'm a terrible Italian because I don't know how to pronounce the name of this ship. But anyways, I hope that you have enjoyed our cabin tour here today. Stay tuned for our next episode where we take you on a full ship tour.